everyone. Today we're going to read Pollinating Plants. Do you know what pollinating means? We're going to read this book together and find out. This book is written by Karen Latchana Kenney. That's the author of the book, and they write the words. If you tuned in last time, we learned about table of contents. Just in case you need a refresher, a table of contents is if the book has many parts to it, it tells you what the title of those parts are. Those are called chapters, and what page it's on. So these numbers over here tell you what page number you can go to read that part or that chapter. Let's find out what's going to happen about pollinating plants. Chapter 1. Nectar and Pollen. A hungry beetle lands on a flower. It wants the nectar inside. Nectar is liquid sugar. It gives creatures energy. The beetle takes something else too. What? Tiny grains of pollen. Do you see this little yellow powdery stuff all over the beetle's body? That's pollen. They stick to the insect's body. The beetle doesn't know it, but it will carry this pollen with it. It will pollinate the next tasty plant it lands on. So pollen sticks to insects' bodies, and then when they go to another plant, they take the pollen with them, and that's called pollinating. What is pollination? It is a process with steps. While the visitor eats from a flower, it rubs against the stamen. So these long, stocky parts are the stamen. These are the male parts of the flower. Their tops are covered with sticky, powdery pollen. Did you know? Flowers have bright colors and sweet scents. Why? Why do you think that flowers are bright and smell sweet? It's to attract insects, birds, bats, and other creatures. And they know to come get the nectar inside. This is how the plant draws them in. It's kind of like when you want somebody's attention, you might wave your arm, or you might jump up and down, or you might wear very bright clothes. That tells people, look at me. Flowers, they can't move like that. So they have to have something you can smell or something you can see with your eyes. The same stamen surround the pistil. This is the very long part. It's called a pistil. This is the flower's female part. The ovary is at the bottom. So this is the bottom. This is where the ovary is. So that would be down here in the flower, the closest part to the petals. It will hold the plant's seeds. At the top is the stigma. This bright yellow part is the stigma. It's very sticky. Pollen from the wind or a hungry visitor easily sticks to it. Once pollen is on the pistil, it changes. The pollen grows a tube. It goes all the way down the pistil. This is how the pollen's male cells travel to the ovary. It's kind of like a straw. So when the pollen gets stuck to the stigma, it goes down, 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 like it's the plant is sucking it in. Chapter 2. Growing seeds. The male cells enter the egg. The flower petals drop off. The ovary becomes a fruit. It covers the growing seed inside. The fruit grows bigger and tastier. It attracts creatures. Soon, animals will eat the fruit. Who else likes to eat fruit? We do! We are also a type of animal. The animals carry the seeds in their bodies. They leave the seeds with their waste. The tiny seeds grow into new plants in new places. When pollinators find them, these plants grow seeds too. It's like a process. It's like a circle. First, you get the seed, then the seed grows, and then it produces a smell and bright colors, and then creatures and insects come and eat it, the nectar or the pollen, that carry it away. And then it grows again. Did you know some seeds don't travel to be eaten? Oh, some seeds don't need to be eaten to travel. Some stick to animals or people. Some float in the water to new places, and some are carried away by the wind. Do you recognize what plant this is? It's a dandelion puff. Who has blown on that or seen the wind blow it all away? Those are all very small little seeds that got carried away by the wind. Chapter 3. Pollinators. Insects and birds are big pollinators, but some unusual animals pollinate plants too. Do you know what this is? What kind of creature is this? This is a honey possum, and they live in Australia. This tiny possum eats nectar and pollen, just like the insects. It has a long snout and a tongue to reach inside the flowers. It passes pollen as it eats. Another creature pollinates at night. This mammal flies with its wings. Do you know what this mammal is? What kind of creature is this? It has two big wings, a long tongue, two eyes, two ears, and two legs. And it comes out at night. Yeah, it's a bat. What kind of plants does it eat and pollinate? Bananas, mangoes, and many other fruit plants. This is a fruit bat, and it likes to eat fruit. Some flowers have many visitors, but other flowers have nectar that's hard to reach. Do you know what this creature is? It has two wings, two legs, two eyes, and one very long beak. Some hummingbirds have beaks made just for certain flowers. The sword-billed hummingbird has a very long beak. It feeds from long, tube-shaped flowers. Do you see how it has a long beak that can reach all the way into the flower? Bees are busy, busy people. They are the best insect pollinators. They fly from flower to flower to flower, and they gather nectar and pollen as food. They carry pollen as they do so. Can you find where the pollen is sticking to the bee? Yeah, it's all over its body, and a lot gets stuck on its legs, along with the nectar. Did you know bees are very important? Why? They pollinate a lot of food we eat. How much? 1 out of every 3 bites. Can you imagine that most of the food that you eat is there because the bees were hard workers? The end. This is an activity that you can make if you would like. This is called a butterfly feeder. Make your own nectar to see how it attracts butterflies and other pollinators. so you can make your own nectar so that insects can come and drink it. I hope you enjoyed that book. Until next time, bye.